What up, Pete? No, I'm just kidding. Bro, today was the first day of school. Let me just tell you about that because I didn't think about anything. I just looked at pictures to remember what I'm going to talk about, and that's it. I didn't plan anything. So here we go. So I woke up. I woke up before my alarm, like I always do, and bro, like 4 hours in advance, and then I was just up talking to friends, getting ready, looking at what I was gonna. No, not really looking at what I was gonna wear because I already had it planned. Not because I need to plan outfits, but just because I didn't want to have to look for clothes. So I already had it set aside, like what I would think I would wear. So I had that. I had my glasses ready. I had my tissue so I could wipe my eyes whenever I needed to. My pens, the pens, and then my backpack ready. Everything, my laptop, my notebook, and paperwork, or not paperwork, paper in case I needed it. And then from there, I woke up. No, I was already up. So then I went to outside in the living room, and then just went about looking for what to eat because I usually don't eat before school, and that usually a bad idea because my stomach's like, it's just going crazy all day, and it's just kind of awkward and shit. Not really awkward, but it just breaks the silence, and then you're like, okay. So then I eat chicken wings, bro. I love chicken wings. My favorite food, bro. I love Wingstop, lemon pepper, drums only, because I can't really, you know. So drums, lemon pepper, extra cook time with the fries, extra seasoning. Okay, and then from there, I ate. I look, got into arguing with my mom, and then that's pretty typical because she always argues and stuff. Well, she started with my brother, and she's like the type of person. If she's mad at one person, she's mad at everyone. So it's whatever. So I, argued back, whatever. But I didn't let that ruin my day. Of course not. You can't let someone ruin your day, especially if it's someone close to you, or even if it's someone close to you. Because I mean, a lot of people let one random person ruin their day, and that's not how it works around here. So I didn't. And she's like, I don't know who you're gonna find to take you to school, but I'm not. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Ordered an Uber XL. Called them, said, hey, I'm in a wheelchair. Do you mind? And they're like, no, no problem. And I'm like, okay. And then I hopped in, and then it was pretty cool. It was like a Chrysler, I think. No, I don't know. I don't know what it could have been like. It was a big minivan, but it had like a screen in it. It was cool, leather seats, everything was cool. And he was like, he was a Vietnamese man. His name was Viet, and he was really cool. He would tell me like about his goals and aspirations. Obviously, I asked him because I don't know. I think it's kind of. I mean, I'm paying for the whole thing. I might as well talk to the person. And then, yeah, he was just telling me about like how he came. He used to live in Stockton, and I asked him, about Nate Diaz? He's like, Stockton slap, and we just started laughing, bro. And then, nah, but and we just started laughing, and he was pretty cool. He was pretty wise. He was telling me like, no, he didn't ask me. I said, oh, I'm going to school right now. He's like, what? Oh, really? And then I put some videos on Instagram. He was telling me about random stuff. Not random, they're important, but like stuff like, oh, invest in yourself because nobody else is gonna invest in you like you can invest in yourself. But if you invest in someone else, then if it goes wrong, then what? I mean, at least if it goes wrong, you tried with yourself, right? Before anyone else. You have to put yourself over people all the time. Not all the time, but a majority of the time. So he would tell me about that, and then he dropped me off, and I've had another Uber driver like explain how Uber takes like a large portion, more than they used to at least, and then this is why he had to work double what he used to. So I like just tend to tip them way better than like usual, if they're good, if they're really good, if they have a good conversation and I learn stuff or whatever, then I tip up, max them out. Why is there a max amount? I don't get it. Okay, but then he dropped me off, and then it was freezing, bro. It was like 36. It was like 36 degrees Fahrenheit, bro. And then, I don't know. That was cool for me because, I mean, my skin is pretty thin. So I'm really susceptible to being really cold or really warm or like fluctuating pretty hard. So I had to wear my hoodie and stuff. It's my Fire Foundation. No, Burn Foundation. It's like for people, it's like a group. It's not really anything other than just like a group of. And they're like, firefighters started it. It's like a foundation. I don't really know how to explain that. I don't know. They just gave me a bunch of like shirts and jackets, and that's it. Probably just because, I mean, it's typical for someone that's been burned to be really cold or really hot. So, give me cool. Then my dumbass cat's outside crying. It's Alexander's wife, bro. He's not even in here. Okay, but then, so I got dropped off. It was freezing. Made my way. There was like people walking behind me, but I mean, they could have moved. I'm not moving for them. So, yeah. Not to say I have the right way, but I have the right way. Okay, so then I made it to. No, I went to the wrong class at first. I went thinking it was this time for this class, and look, I went to the wrong class. Dude, my memory connected, because I used to have that class. So I was like, oh, it's this class. I remember this because it's in this class. I'm like, but it was a false memory, bro. So that usually happens with people that have, I don't know, like some type of brain injury because they remember false things, like thinking it's right. Because if they remember it, they're like, oh yeah, it's that. So it's kind of not hard. I think that's like the first instance of that happening. So I went, I'm like, oh, this looks familiar. This must be it. So I was like, okay. And then I went out and I'm like, oh, what should I do right now? Let's go to the cafeteria. I sat at the cafeteria. Dude, I found that red. Not red. That pink. Dang, where is it? Where's my bag? Oh, it's in the car. Shit. Okay. I found a pink like knitted thing. Bro, it was so cool. It was so cool. I like pink. Okay. But dude, and then yeah, so I put it on and it was cool. And I was like just looking at myself, and then I look up and there's like a girl sitting right in front. I'm like, damn, didn't say shit. Like, damn. So I just looked at him and say, hey. And she's like, hi. And I don't know, bro. Like, don't people say stuff if they sit next to you? That's kind of weird. But I was just chilling there. Oh, I got a Monster. I didn't drink all of it because too much energy. So I drank half of it and I threw the rest away and then put it in recycling. And then I was just looking around. They were playing like some pretty weird music. So I was like, whatever. So I was just there. And then, oh, I went to the bathroom. Oh, I mean, it's not exciting, but I went to the bathroom and I used the bathroom. And yeah, I stood up and used the bathroom and then whatever, went out. There was a guy peeing on the right stall. Or not a stall. I mean, this is the division of the stall, and then there's a guy right there in the urinal, and I'm here in the handicap or wheelchair accessible. And then he was right there, and I looked at his shoes. They were Panda Dunks. And then he was there, and I don't know where he went or what, but he went out, and then I went out of my stall, and then I went into the mirror right there where I took the pictures. And he's like, hey, or I forgot what he said. No, he said, I like those shoes. I'm like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, it's my first time seeing him in real life. I'm like, oh, the Geo Baskets. And he's like, yeah, how much did they cost you? And I'm like, and I said them out. And he's like, damn. I'm like, yeah, I used to work at Target when I would buy like, I don't know why I said Target. Or no, he said something about balling. I'm like, no, yeah, I used to work at Target actually. He's like, yeah, you make a lot? I'm like, no, well, actually I bought these when I worked at McDonald's. He's like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, where do you work? He's like, oh, I don't think I asked him where he worked, actually. I think I asked him, oh, yeah, that's cool, bro. I forgot what he said. Let me think. Actually, we didn't ask about work. He just said, oh, you're balling? I'm like, no, I work. And then I worked. And then I said, whatever. I was like, oh, what are you studying? He's like, oh, I'm going to be in... Dude, there's a lot of nursing students there. A lot of nursing students. But I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to be a personal injury lawyer, by the way. You guys should know that already. Not should, but I think you guys know that. Or you know that. You. Okay? And then look. And then after that, we were just talking, whatever. He's like, all right, I'll see you around. I was like, all right, I'll see you around. I ended up seeing him after that, too. Okay, so then another guy came in. His name was Jamal. And I just said hi, and he's like, hi. And then he used the restroom, and he came out. I'm still at the mirror, keep in mind. And then he came to the other mirror, and he's like, oh, I forgot what he said. He's like, it's cold, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it's freezing, bro. And then we just started chopping it up. You know, I like talking to people, so I waited there for a little bit to wait who would come in, who would go out, and just, you know, talk. So he came in, and he left, whatever. And some other guy came in. I forget his name. I forgot his name. But it was like another guy. And then he came in, and he's like, it's cold. I'm like, yes, it's cold. Dude, it was freezing. It's not really typical for it to be that cold here in California. So he's like, yeah, it's really cold. He was wearing like a big jacket too. I'm just wearing a little sweater, or not a little jacket. But he was wearing like a actual windbreaker type thing. And then we were just chopping it up, whatever. What are you studying? Nursing again. Oh, I'm studying this. Oh, that's cool. You know, I don't mind if people ask me what happened, if they're like actually intrigued. But if like, oh, what happened to you? And I'm like, what do you mean what happened to me? What happened to you? Why are you wearing that? No, I'm just kidding. But and then nobody's ever asked. So that happened, and then I went to the fucking class. I was wrong, bro. I went to the class, and there were two gentlemen outside right there. I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? I always say what's up to anybody because I don't know if you're gonna look. Might as well say something. And then they're like, oh, you're for this class too? I'm like, yeah, I think so. And they're like, okay, let me actually check. I checked, wrong fucking class, bro. So I'm like, and then we're kind of talking about like, oh, we're early, huh? And then like, yeah, we're early. And I'm like, Oh, thank God I'm early because get the fuck out of here, bro. And then we left, or I left. I think they were behind me, actually. I don't know. And then I just left and then made it to my class. What was that class, actually? The first class was math. Yeah. So I went to math, and then the guy was kind of rude, though, because there was already a student waiting inside, and then I was about to open the door, and he comes out up to the door. He's like, please wait outside. And then he leaves it, locks it hard, leaves. And then I'm just chilling there. And then I'm like looking at everyone, bro, because they're looking at me. So, what's up, man? What's going on? I like your shoes. I like your pen. Like, might as well. And then, yeah, we're just chilling there. People would come in. I'm like, oh, it's locked. Or, oh, he's gonna be back. Oh, he's gonna be back. And then there was this one lady that she was a little older. She was a little older, maybe like 30 something. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you need education, so what's wrong with getting at any point of your life when you're ready or when you can? So yeah, she came in. She was trying to open it. I'm like, oh, he said he's gonna be back right now. Or no, I said he's gonna be back right. He's gonna be back soon. She smiled at me, and she like bowed her head, and then she just stayed right, like kind of right next to me. And then we were just waiting, and then the guy finally came in, and then he unlocks the door, and he goes back in, and he comes out. You guys can come in if you want. And I'm more like, the hell? And then I opened the door and then got in. I mean, that's what I would do usually. Like, I always went in first. Like, even if the teacher wasn't there or whatever, the door's open, I'm gonna open it and get in. Like, I'm not waiting outside. So okay, so there, and then I went in, and then it was all cool, and I sat at a regular desk, and then he's like, "Oh, actually, this is because they have a spot for me specifically at the class. It's just like in the middle and in the front of the everything, kind of like that's where I would sit usually. So it doesn't really matter to me. I always sit in the front of the class. I need to see, so." Yeah, I did. I sat down. Oh, thank you. And he's like, I don't know how to use this though. Do you? I'm like, no, it's my first time back. I didn't say it rude or anything. He was just being kind of sassy with it. So I'm like, oh no, it's my first time back. And then he's like, oh, go get those 4 pages over there. I'm like, okay. Like I made that film. Like, okay. And then I went, and that same older lady from earlier, she already had them in her hand, and then she passed them to me. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I smiled at her back. And it was cool, bro. It was really cool. Like, I like that. You help someone, they help you. That's it. That's the easy exchange of life as a human. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you are. So, yeah, bro. And the lecture was good. I mean, I learned everything. What I didn't know, I asked questions. You have to be active in there. You want to learn. What's the point of being in class? You don't ask your question. I'm like, any questions? Yes, actually. And then ask the question. And I sat with another gentleman. His name was, am I leaking names? Whatever, T. He started with a T, and he was cool, bro. He's gonna be a software engineer, but he wanted to change to nursing. Another nurse, yeah. And then yeah, he was cool, bro. And then we're like, no, I think it's this. No, I think it's this. And then we're like, okay, let's see. And then the teacher's like, oh, so it's gonna be like this. And since he got it right, I mean, I don't care about being wrong. I'll say the answer. If it's wrong, correct me. And then he said it. And then the guy's like, see, I told you. And I'm like, whatever. And then the teacher's like, it doesn't matter if you're wrong. I'm like, I know it doesn't. Then he looks sassy again. And then, yeah. And then the rest was great. He gave me the textbook. He gave me a link for the textbook. The Mr. T guy, my partner. And then, yeah, he was cool. I got him on Discord now. So I made a friend there. And then from there, I went to what was supposed to be philosophy, bro. So I went again to the wrong class because my memory kept connecting routes and be like, oh, I already know. No, I didn't already know. You got to stop and think about it a little more. So I didn't know. So I went to the wrong class, and I was sat there for like 10 minutes, no, 5 minutes or 5 or 6 minutes, bro. And then I look at the board, I'm like, oh. And then the teacher, that doesn't look like that's her name. And then, and she's like, yeah, guys, welcome to public speaking. I'm like, oh. And then I slowly packed up, got in my chair, dipped out. I should have known because, like, there was no special. I mean, there's supposed to be a special spot for me. Not special, just, like, a bigger table. So I could, like, have my stuff just in case I drop anything, That's it. I didn't ask for much. I mean, they wanted to offer, like 10 different devices. But, bro, I mean, struggling is part of being a student. So I feel like if you embrace the struggle and you're able to overcome it, then it'll give you more character at the end. So yeah, I was writing down, like, I hold the pencil like this, write it down like that, and then yeah, use my phone. It has the little side button to open the camera, zoom in, I don't even need a thumb. Zoom in, put it right there, take it, start writing down. And that's what it was basically. You know, went to philosophy. I was a little late. The teacher was a little, I don't know. He didn't really help. I opened the door by myself. I was all the way in, and then he tries to come and help me. I'm like, oh, it's okay. And then I'm like, oh, where's the, bro? It's all the way at the back, bro. Whatever, doesn't matter. I have a phone that has a camera. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, I had a actually pretty comfy office chair. You know, the thing about comfort, I feel like you kind of get used to the uncomfortableness of a classroom setting, specifically the chair, because oh, okay, I'm at school. Like it's a thing of the senses, you know. Like you feel like okay, I'm uncomfortable. Like this is school, but like I was already comfortable in this chair, but then getting into the other chair that was slightly less comfortable, I was like, oh yeah, it's regular. Because the other chair in the first class for math wasn't as different than this chair, only because the cushion was pretty good. So that's what I asked for, but I didn't know they were gonna make it that good. You know, I thought it was like a little padding or something because I can't sit on flat surfaces too long. Because when I was in the hospital, I got bed sores. Bed sores when you apply pressure on something and you're laying down for too long, like your shit will blister and then like it'll just rip. So that's what happened with my butt. It's gone now, but I just don't want that to happen again. So I have to sit on something comfortable all the time because I'm sitting all the time. I mean, if you sit all the time on a flat thing, then it's just gonna cause that. It doesn't matter if you're like whatever. If you're not moving at all, like fluctuating weight, then it'll just happen naturally. It's what happens if you're in one spot for too long. Like say a dead body, like you know how the dead body gets flat and then like you know basically what happens, but you're not dead. And then besides that, so yeah, that class was, you know, there's those type of classes where they just talk, and you, but no. That was pretty much it. But I saw the news. He gave us a paper. He's like, when you guys become good philosophers, this is what you're gonna care about. I'm like, I already care about this, bro. Fucking mansion, bro. Okay, not fucking mansion. Okay, a luxury home, bro, in the hills, with glass to glass, floor to ceiling, fucking windows, bro, with amazing lighting, with a pool, with multiple car garage, bro. Nice neighborhood, gated. That's the dream. And like, if I had a settlement, that's what I posted about it too. Like, if I had a settlement, that's what I'd be flexing, bro. This is everything I have right now. I worked for. So yeah, there's no settlement, there's no insurance, none of that, nothing yet. I'll let you know when it happens, though. You'll see a Richard Mille, like I said before. But okay, so that class was cool. And then I found an old friend, and then I was just talking with them, and they're like, "Oh, my name is." I'm like, "Oh, I already know you. I'm," and then they're like, "Oh, like I don't like they like to pretend like I don't look a little different." But I mean, it's nice, but I just they're no, it's a good thing actually. It's a good thing that they act like I'm normal. Well, I am normal, but I'm super cool. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but you know, and then yeah, I was like, oh, it was like a little accident. I had a little car explosion. They're like, oh, really? And then I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh, you remember you were at my store the other day, or not the other day because it was years ago, maybe like a year ago. I'm like, oh yeah, you came by. I'm like, oh yeah, and then we just linked up. Like, oh, have you heard about this friend? No, I haven't, because I really haven't. This person kind of disappeared. They went to school. Maybe they got with their ex. It's a bad ex, bro. One of the 7 evil exes now, but yeah, they were just like off the grid, I guess, because I requested them on Instagram, no response. It's been like a year. No, I haven't been home for a year. I've been home maybe half a year. So yeah, it's been like half a year they haven't, and no updates on their profile. No, it's been the same picture since before my accident. So I don't know what's up. Like I don't know. I have no way of communicating with them actually. But yeah, and then yeah, we chopped it up, and then that's it. So I went late to philosophy, so I didn't know what was really going on. I just kind of asked, and I'm like, oh, we're doing this. What are we doing with this? I was like, oh, we're doing this. Okay. And I started doing it, and then I saw a little. I saw a lady come by. And I was like, oh, do you know if we're supposed to like take this book home? And she said, oh no, not really. You're just supposed to read it in class for a little bit and then find what you want to take notes on, and then that's it. And then I'm like, oh, thank you. And then it was a nice conversation. Everybody like. I feel like the difference between high school and then college is because people are more grown up and they talk like a grown up. So yeah, it was cool. And then she said, oh, what's your name? I'm like, oh, I'm Francisco. What's your name? I forgot her name. Damn. It's because I don't talk to a lot of ladies, girls, because they just look at you and then they look away. Even back then, like, hey, why do y'all do that? Maybe I don't know. Like you don't say hi. Like not even guys say hi. Maybe well guys because it's like this, but nah. Everyone doesn't say hi. Say hi to people if you look at them, weirdos. Well, not weirdos, but come on. And then yeah, bro. So it was just cool. It was cool. So yeah, and then he's like, oh no, actually you're supposed to go on this website and study this. It's all on the canvas if you would like to look at it. I'm like, oh yeah, I have it right here. And he's like, oh yeah, okay. And then nice to meet your no, he said pleasure meeting you. I said pleasure meeting you. And then that was it. Got out and then it felt good, bro. Like just doing all that by myself. You know, because I've had help this whole process. So being out for a day, for the first day, and being able to do everything perfectly with no issue at all, except for just being late to a little class. That's it. I say that's a flawless victory in my book. Okay, and then from there, and then we went. Oh, and my mom picked me up. She picked me up on time for the first time in ever. And then started playing music, had fun. And then we went to the grocery store, and it was cool, bro. Since I had my glasses, I was actually able to see. And like I forgot what it's like to be at a grocery store and be able to see. Usually I'm just on my phone because I can't see, so I look up. So I have my glasses now, so I've been less on my phone, like just texting people all day or talking to people all day. So I'm just like looking at things. I'm like making discoveries. Oh, that looks like that. Oh, this looks like that. And because my eyesight is pretty bad, bro. And then my arm gets itchy, so I scratch it. I don't know why. So yeah, but my eyesight's terrible. Like it's not worse because of the accident. It's always been bad, you know. So yeah, and then just people staring at me, of course. Dude, it's adults more than anything. Like grown ass woman, man, anybody, bro. Just I look at them and then they look away. Like, come on, bro, you're gonna look at me. I'm wearing. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's not about that. I'm just like, isn't that bad manners or whatever? I don't know. Staring at people. Didn't your mom tell you not to stare at people when you were a kid? I feel like, you know, especially if people look different. Like, what if I was insecure? I'm not, but just say hi. You're gonna look at me, say hi. I'm a person. I'm a reptile. No, but yeah, bro. So that's what happened, and it was cool, bro. It was a good day. It was a good start, and I'm gonna make a steak. I'm gonna because I have a walker now. So like, walker as in like I can hold myself on something, and be able to use my hands. Like I can use my elbows to hold myself on something, and it's something that I can move quick. So like, I'm not really good at balancing yet. So I'm like a baby learning how to walk again. So I'll show you guys progress of that as well. If you guys are interested, just let me know. Comment, like, and subscribe. No, just kidding. I'm kidding, bro. You don't have to do that. But yeah, just let me know. You let me know. You, yes. You get out. Imagine. But yeah, bro. It's just been a good day. I'm gonna cook some food, eat, and rest early, and do the same thing tomorrow. Next day, and then maybe hang out with somebody, one of my friends or someone. I'll figure it out. So yeah, guys. No, not guys. I'm talking to you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Are you grateful? Thank you.